So today I decided to start my very first study audio journal instead of a vlog, I guess, to just talk about what I have been up to and learning these days. So I started a text classification problem recently. It's a very unbalanced data set, which is around 99% negative versus 1% positive data set. And I started out by trying BiLSTM plus attention model with GloVe plus PubMed word embeddings, which hopefully can incorporate some of the more domain-specific word embeddings. And the remaining work is to improve false positive rate further. So after chatting with a few people, I decided to take a step back and then build a baseline model with the simplest architecture and gradually work it up to see the process. So I guess for a text classification problem, the two backbones of the problem probably constitute what kind of word embeddings that you use, and as well as what kind of model architectures that you decided to implement if we are not using transfer learning, the more advanced model. So I decided to try the first baseline, which is using TF-IDF word embeddings, and then the simplest logistic regression just to set up the baseline. And then the plan to improve on that baseline is firstly to add L1 regularization, which I find actually is more effective than L2 regularization in my case. And the second point to improve is to add learning rate leaning. So it's a slowly decreasing schedules. And then the third point, I decide to improve the baseline model is to add more engineered features. So I guess by adding more engineered features that can augment the existing features to distinguish the decision boundaries between different classes. So then for the implementation side, it will be to combine the word embeddings from the texts and then add the added metadata features later. So in this case, it could be numerical features and as well as categorical features. So the first thing I come up in mind to add as a metadata is the length of the text. So I will try these ideas using the Kaggle Quora Insincere Question dataset. So a lot of people have tried various methods on this dataset in the kernels, and then it's very helpful and beneficial to actually read them, which I learned a lot myself as well. And another reason why I chose this dataset is because it's also an unbalanced dataset. So I will finish up the different steps that I will do in the subsequent audio journals. Thanks for listening.